Hello people! Today I won't say I hope this won't be a long video, because I know it will be long, because I'm going to show you step by step how I record black metal song and even a black metal album, step by step. Stay tuned. Hello people, I'm Sabas. So, let's start immediately with our tutorial. So the first thing I always do is I have a vision in my head about the thing I want to speak about. Then I write a song on guitar. But first I have to have a vision because I want the music to speak for itself. So, you know, write the riff first and then write the lyrics. That's not my cup of tea. But anyways, I write some of the words, maybe some of the lyrics, and have a vision, then write the guitar and maybe correct it afterwards. But I like to see clearly what I'm speaking about. So I take my guitar and start writing, mostly on acoustic guitar. So we'll do my song from my last album, Tales from the Old Ones, called Male Horn. Two riffs. I won't show you more because then the video will be really too long. But those two riffs are really, you know, different. They have different beats and different singing parts. So now when we roll the song, we must set the BPM. For example, take your guitar and play on metronome and see what's the closest to your ideal BPM. So, for example, I know this song is 144, but today we'll make it 151, a bit faster, just to create something different. The next thing, what do you need for recording? Guitars. So we'll talk about a modern era recording, a modern era, let's say, recording on computer. You can record on older stuff, of course. For example, if you check One Man Black Metal documentary, you can see how, for example, Zimorog guy recorded his black metal, and it's really difficult because it takes a lot of work and, you know, knowledge back in the days without computers. I, for example, have one of these things where you can press record and then record a lot of tracks and then mash it up into one and then create a really good black metal track. But we won't do that. But let me show you that thing. Booyah! This is the stuff I've been talking to you about. So, it has ability to record few tracks and you can mash them into one track. Of course, I don't think it has effects, some effects and shit. And the reason it's not in my studio because this is really heavy and it's really big, so it would take some space. And it's pretty old and rusty, so it doesn't work, but nice detail into your studio. It's from 70s or 80s, and we will record on computer anyway, so just wanted to show you this. See ya! Okay, there are many ways how to record, but I'll show you my way, and if you follow my way and do something differently, maybe you will be better than me. It's not that hard. So just, I will show you the basics, how it should be done with the minimal gear, and then you can even be better with better gear and better knowledge than me. So, how I do it? So you need a guitar, obviously you need a guitar cable, and obviously you need a computer. For computers, I'm not so much into computers, but I know that you should have this good, what's this? i7 something. Good graphic card and a lot of RAM. For example, this computer has 12 gigabytes RAM, and that's okay. 6, 8, 10, 12. this is 12, you can have 16, I don't know. You can record your guitar directly into your computer. For example, I have somewhere, I will show you later, the little plugin is called Big Jack into Little Jack. So you can put your guitar directly into your computer. That's how I recorded one of my demos, Hate Sometimes. Let's check it.
To be a support, you're nothing but
but my first albums were recorded directly into the amp with microphone. True black note recording, but nowadays I use this interface, which is Focusrite 2i2. I hope soon I will upgrade to a better one. And to make the signal clearer, I use this DI box, which is LD something, I don't know. So these two things, I use these two things. That's it. We can start with the recording now. But before we start with the recording, I have to mention even how should you record your guitars. There are three main ways of recording your guitar. So the mono recording guitar, that's when you take your guitar and just record one guitar or everything. And that's mono because it's not stereo. That's how I recorded my first stuff. Second way is the dual recording guitars. That's the way we are going to work with today, and that's how I record now. It is less raw, but it's still raw. So then you take your guitar, record one guitar, and then record the same guitar or a bit differently, and pan one guitar to the left and the other guitar to the right. And now you get a dual recorded guitars. And of course that's stereo recording. And the third way, the probably way mostly modern producers use, is the quad tracking, like quad, 4 guitars. So then you record 2 guitars on the right, 2 guitars on the left, the same guitars. I only did that once because I wanted a really good production, and that's probably the best production I was able to record. But I don't do that nowadays because it's too much work and it's not that raw. But maybe once again I'll do it. Depends on the thing I want. But let's check how I recorded quad guitars. It sounded really good. Now we'll do a dual recording. Guitars, but quad, it's not that, not that hard. Let's go on work. So now my audio quality won't be that good because I have to plug out this microphone and plug my microphone into this audio interface. If you don't have an audio interface, I already said what should you do. So it's plugged in here, is an XLR cable, and now I plug my XLR cable into a DI box like this, while my audio interface is plugged into my computer. Now what I'll do is I'll take my guitar, unplug from the amp, take my guitar, this, and plug into my DI box, which is plugged into my interface, audio interface. This is input, okay, like this. Take my pick, and I can show you the screen what I record, but I cannot show you the audio until we're done, because I have an app which is recording the screen, and it records every audio, but it won't record Reaper. And by the way, Reaper is the DAW, which means digital audio workstation, which you need to record your music. There are many audio interfaces like Cubase, Sonar, Logic, Pro Tools, FL Studio, Audacity, and many more. I used Reaper before I used Cubase. I used a lot of those, and you can check my video which is the best DAW for black metal. I will link it in the description below. There is no the best, but I think Reaper is pretty cool, and I like Cubase a lot. Now I will check. My audio interface is set at line, usually set on instrument, but as I use DA box, it must be on line. So I'll adjust the volume. Okay, let's open up Reaper now. New project. Okay, let's put on recording now. How to do that? Like this. So I was tuning my guitar now. It took too long, so I cut it and put you on a different place. Now we have our track, and under FX we must of course record it, arm it to record, put some sound. Okay, now we have some sound. Guitar is in tune, and now we put some effects. Remove. I'll have built-in effects which I made. Let's put guitar. Have a lot of effects here. I don't know which to put now. Let's put this one. I think this is okay. Every time I make some new ones. Okay, this one sounds. Okay, we'll adjust it later. Now the thing I do is I'll put a track, insert new track, and then I'll just put some basic beat on top of it with empty drums. Okay, now when we have our drum beat, I'll just copy it a lot. For example, if the song is 5 minutes, I'll do a 5-minute drum loop. And let's set the BPM 151. Okay. And you can put on the metronome. I don't like the metronome, maybe you know. And let's record now. Record! "42 seconds of recording, I think that's okay. Now I'll do duplicate tracks, record one, or delete one, and then turn off the first one and record on the second one. Then I'll pan the guitars, one like, let's say, 60 to the left or 70, and the other one 60 to the right. And then when we're done with recording guitars, we move to drums. Not bass, drums. Don't record bass on top of your guitar. Record drums first, or do sample drums and then do bass. That's a fucking rule, even in black metal. Record bass after drums. Let's move on to the drums. Now for the drums I have to close everything, and it will be pretty dark because when I close everything the last possibility is someone will hear me. Let's close everything. Okay, like that. Now, I record with one microphone. I put microphone, let's say, a meter away from drums, towards the bass drum, because I'm still new in recording drums, and I always have problems that my bass drum isn't loud enough. Now, bye guitar. Let's take this cable again from the DI box, put it in the microphone. And now I won't put a line on my sound card, I'll just remove it. And my levels are on 0 because drums are pretty loud. And let's even put this microphone a bit further, like this. Let's take another track, arm it. Is it working? Great, it is working. Now forgive me for my drum skills right now because I'm not warmed up, but I'll try to manage something. Oh, let's put on the song. Oh boy, now it's time to record bass. And again, I did all the plugins and I tuned it without filming it. So we'll go directly into filming, but first we must do our bass parts. And of course, I will play the first riff like on the guitar. Okay, and the second riff, which goes on the guitar like this. No, like this. I'll just play the first note and the second will be, which I'll transfer to here, so that will be. And the second one is, and I'll play it like, so I get. And that's it. For making this type of bass lines, you can check my video how to apply bass guitar into black metal, and bass is always fun to record for me because it's the sugar on the top, and I am in soul mostly a bass player, even though I play these instruments and sing. Bass always has a special place in my heart, and I'm a bass player in a live band, so bass is the instrument I have the least problems with. So let's record the bass now and have some fun. The most fun part for me. Okay, let's turn it up. And of course I didn't plug the bass directly now into a DI box because it kind of crushes my dynamics, and of course I never put compressor on bass. So I plug it directly into my interface, and that's how mostly, some people say they don't, but mostly people record bass directly, plugging it directly into interface. Of course some record guitars when they put the mic in front of the amp, but bass, no, mostly people record on audio interface. So let's record the bass. Boom. that's great. Vocals now. And now the last part, the vocals. Just don't place your microphone towards computer. Maybe you can hear the noise now which computer gives us, so like this. And that's it. You know, now I plug my XLR cable directly again into my interface, so no DI box, and I put it online, so no instrument, because of course my voice is not an instrument. Okay, according to some people it is. Anyways, let's record vocals. I check the lyrics. Where are my lyrics? Okay, maybe I'll remember. So the only thing, you need to adjust the levels and, you know, rock it. I'm sorry because my microphone is broken right here. You know, I'm constantly breaking stuff in the studio, but soon I'll order a new microphone and then I'll get a new microphone stand. You know, this part right here. So let's go. Okay. This song is about tape trading for all my homies in Norway, yo.
This is how we do it in the underground world. 50 years ago, legends such a surprise. Rather to the universe and say it over that, reminding us how it was when black rule. While we revive out the dark, recognition from around the world. Yeah, ready to go.
I hope it was okay. Let's check the mix and take some final conclusions. This song is about tape trading for all my homies in Norway, yo.
This is how we do it in the underground world. 50 years ago, legends such a surprise. Rather to the universe and say it over that, reminding us how it was when black rule. While we revive out the dark, recognition from around the world. God, ready to go.
So there we are, some final conclusions. More mixing, more mastering, better gear, more knowledge, it can sound better. I just showed you the rough version of the basic stuff you need to know. I can make it sound better if I add a bit more effects, if I spend a bit more of work, but let's keep it raw. So I hope now you have some basic knowledge how to record some black metal at home, and let's make some great black metal together. And that's it, people. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Bandcamp, Patreon, and maybe soon Spotify. I still don't have that shit. I know you ask me all the time, where's your Spotify, iTunes? I don't have that. Maybe I'll make that. I don't know how to make that. You know, I'm just a noob who plays black metal, you know. We don't know a lot. You saw how I mixed the song. Anyways, till next time, I'm Sabast, and see ya!